Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin, Master Certified Life Coach and Weight Loss Coach.
I'm Sandra Priestley. I'm a leadership coach, and I'm a feng shui practitioner, and I'm struggling to speak today. But I got lots of cool stuff to talk about, so that's good.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Guess what I'm drinking today?
What are you drinking today?
I'm so excited. I am drinking black coffee.
Yes.
That's it. I love black coffee, but I am drinking my favorite coffee that I cannot get in Saskatchewan or in Alberta or Saskatchewan. It's called Blends. I think actually I might be able to get it in Edmonton now, but it is from Richmond, British Columbia, which is where I was. It's a suburb of Vancouver, but it's this Blends, Blenz, the true Canadian coffee company. I'm like just frothing over this coffee. So excited. And this one is called Klondike. It's dark roast. It's such a treat.
We have special coffees like that too. And we only drink them like Saturdays and Sundays.
Right.
And we'll make and they're really expensive. But it's like it just makes the weekend, or if we're camping, just like a little extra special.
I don't even know what I paid for this. Like it probably is expensive. I don't know.
But I think we pay like $30 for a bag that size.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. At our little coffee shop.
I don't know, but it's amazing. So that is what I'm drinking.
Nice.
And I am like loving every minute of it. What are you drinking today?
I am drinking a Bloody Maria with my Ghost tequila, which is my spicy tequila. And then a very peppery, like a 5-pepper Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, is it tomato? Is it tomato juice?
Tomato juice. Yep.
Cool.
And then a pickle in there, and it is warm.
Yum.
But it's refreshing.
Oh, good. And you get your vegetables. So
and a little salad.
So a little
salad
for you. So I told you I was in Vancouver.
Yes. And I saw you on a plane.
You saw me on the plane. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, what a cool experience. So my son played football, his first university football game in Vancouver. And how cool. Like, it has been a long haul for him, I would say. Like, he only started playing football in grade 9. And whereas like some kids, they start when they're like 3.
Right.
Like in the US, like you can play football when you're 3. I don't think they can do that here yet, but they start at peewee age. Sure. So I don't know, that's maybe like 10. But he started in grade 9. And then in grade 10, he played on the high school team. And like my son is he's played a lot of sports, and the rough ones. Like he played soccer from the time he was 3. He played hockey, he played rugby, he played and then football, but also competitive volleyball and what else did he play? I mean, he did it all. Yeah. And in grade 10, he started playing on the high school team, and he just loved it.
He found his thing.
He found his thing. Yeah. And by the spring of grade 10, he said, I want to play football in university and see how good I can get. I want to go to university. I want to play football. Like, okay, how do I get him there? Like, I didn't know. I did not know. So I talked to the coaches, and we're from a small city, so there's not too many people that have gotten scholarships. I think he might have been the very first one, maybe. I don't even know. So anyway, from grade 10, he's been focused on getting this scholarship to play university football, which he's a master manifester, man. Like he can manifest amazing things, and also the other things. Like he'll say, he'll say,
Oh. Yeah.
oh, I always get sick in January. And then he gets sick like
Yeah.
the day later, But anyway, so he was just so focused. And in grade 11, he got his scholarship and he worked his ass off in the gym every single morning from 6 to 8 before he went to school, every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 actually. And then COVID happened. He graduated in 2020. And so he would, at the time, I mean, there was no school. And so he would sneak onto the football field and just kick. And he was a kicker and a punter, and he just, when he was in high school, but also defensive, like all the defensive plays, he played offense and defense, but it was just fun for him. So he would just sneak on and just kick for fun. And then he started his university year, and of course it's 2020. So then they don't play. They didn't play. There was no games.
Wow.
And then in 2021, it was his first year of eligibility, but they redshirt them. So red shirts means they don't play. So 2 full years that he's in university and he's not seeing the field. And he is a highly competitive kid. So he wants to be offense, defense, all the plays. He wants to be on the field. And the tighter the game or the more they're losing, the more he wants to go. And so this was like so amazing. Very first game, he flies to Vancouver, and I have an aunt that lives there, so we've been there before, and he loves it there too. But flies to Vancouver with the team. I flew to watch. There was so many Alberta fans there. It was like amazing. And it was just such a huge experience. I got to stand like just off the field, but like down on ground level and take pictures. And I'm 5'10", and I felt very small. Like,
bunch of big guys.
Those boys are some big guys, right? So, but it was just such an amazing experience to see him in something that he's wanted for so long, to see that was just,
well,
gosh, so fun.
The fact that he manifested that.
Yes.
That he said, this is what I want. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. And he gets everything lined up. We all can do that.
We can.
And we miss out on so much because we say, I want this.
Yes.
But I don't see how it's going to happen.
Well, and you know what is interesting for him is that we were talking about this earlier about leadership. He always has done things that he just wants to do, believes is right, and he just follows, and he's okay with the outcome. Like this was interesting because when he was in grade 11, the beginning of grade 11, before he got his scholarship, he was in sports performance, one of this high school classes. And the teacher had said something. And so he had said, I'm going to get a scholarship to play football, university football. And the teacher said, "Go." Like, she kind of laughed and said, "Cole, like, that's a pretty ballsy statement." And he just said, "Watch me." And then he got it. She was never so proud.
Oh, I imagine. But that's the thing, is that we often listen to other people's
doubts,
and then we hold on to them.
Right. He does not.
And that is a skill that if you could teach.
Right.
Because we all should be there, knowing what we're going to do so much that when someone doubts it, we don't skip a beat because we know.
Exactly. Well, and even, it was interesting because when he didn't play in 2020, because there was no games, in the spring, there was senior men's football that started. And he was 18 at that time, so he could play senior men's, and he could play all summer long. And so he asked the coaches, am I okay to play? Well, you are, but don't get hurt, and he's like, yeah, okay. And he did it. It did not get hurt. This year, same thing, did it. They won provincials. Now they're going to be playing the national game in like the national championship game in next weekend, I think it is.
Mhm.
And it's like everyone on the team is like, well, what are you doing? Like, you played football? Like, what if you got hurt? You would have been fucked. And he goes, yeah, but I didn't. And he's right. But you know what? It was the right thing for him because he has met some people, ex-CFL players that he's really connected with. And he's had so many amazing experiences with this team and now national championship game. And so if he didn't listen to his own thoughts and instead listen to everyone else's doubts, he just follows his intuition. He just follows his gut and he does whatever he believes and he doesn't listen to anyone else's doubts. Like it's really, it's impressive for he's just turning 20 now.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes we were talking about this earlier too, but sometimes it's frustrating because
it's hard raising those kids, right?
It is. And he has got this haircut that I am not a fan of. I didn't like mullets when they were in years and years ago, and I really don't like them now on my kid.
Yeah.
But it's I really think and he had one before I really thought they were popular. And I don't see very many on the football field. Like maybe football players don't typically wear them. I don't know. Anyway, but I have been sitting in this space of like being annoyed with his hair. And
how's that working out for you?
I know it's not because he's just keeping it. But all of a sudden, just this weekend, I thought, oh, Sandra. But that's what I would want. I would hope that everyone would not listen to anyone else's doubts and just do what they want to do, what they feel aligned to do, even if it's me. I would love to say, don't listen to anyone else, but listen to me, do what I want you to do. Yes. That wouldn't be leadership. Like we should be applauding the leadership in having a haircut that his mom doesn't like, or you know what I mean?
We all go through phases as we're developing and figuring out who we are and who we aren't. And it was interesting. I was at Paul's uncle's 80th birthday party yesterday, or we were at the birthday party yesterday, and they did a slideshow. And I had pictures of one of their grandsons. He went through quite a few funny phases with hair and stuff. And so the pictures are popping up. The whole room's laughing, looking at this kid's hair. Well, and my heart kind of dropped for him because I don't know if he was laughing. I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
I thought about some of the haircuts and styles I went through. Oh dear God.
I know.
Burn the pictures. We don't need the evidence. But I found out who I was and who I was not, and then I left it behind. Yeah. Sometimes we get our kids stuck there because they represent something that we don't like, and then we call them that.
Right.
And then they think that's who they are, so they continue to stay there.
Yes.
And if we will let them figure it out, one day he will look in the mirror and go, what the hell is this?
Well, truthfully, I mean, my worst nightmare would probably be a slideshow of how I looked from, what I had to say.
I mean, do you remember the hair in the 80s?
Right. Which, by the way, is coming back.
No, never.
Big hair is coming back, I read. I know.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a good look, then
I don't need a repeat of the 80s.
I know. I can't remember what it's called, but you know, the Farrah Fawcett, like with the bangs that kind
Uh-huh.
of out the swoop, that's coming back in too.
Okay. Well, that's 70s.
Or the 70s. Yes.
I can handle 70s.
Oh,
I really like the 60s.
do
Um,
you?
but not the 80s. But I wasn't alive in the 60s, so I don't know. I just
Yeah.
know some of
Some of
uh,
the style.
the fashion and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of any of it. So I don't know. Big hair, you're not going to see me. I don't have enough hair to be big hair.
Yeah.
And I'm not into perms. So
Oh, another flashback.
okay. Yeah, no, I know.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, but you know, it really was a huge realization for me that, you know, leadership is doing what you want to do, no matter, like doing what you feel is in I was going to say in alignment, but I mean with who you
Yeah.
are or what
Yeah.
you want,
Yeah.
right? Like it's and not really listening to the naysayers and not
Mhm.
really listening. Like oh my gosh, I had the coolest story. I just remembered. So this weekend, like, you know, with football, you never really know if they're going to play. You don't know if they're like, because the injuries happen all the time. And he had hurt his knee before. He got a cleat in the knee.
Mhm.
And so this was the weekend before. So I wasn't sure, you know, I kind of held on and thought, okay, I'm not going to buy the ticket until I know for sure.
Mhm.
When I knew for sure, the tickets were really expensive because it was a long weekend.
Mhm.
And so the cheapest flights that I could get were $500 return, but there was only one flight there and one flight back that was for that. The rest of them were $1,000 return. I was only going to the next province over. I was not going to Greece.
Wow.
So I I paid the $500 because I wanted to go to be there for his first game,
Mhm.
his debut. So I paid the $500 and I went and I said, I'm just going to manifest this $500.
Mhm.
I'm just going to.
Yeah.
So I actually, you know how I did that big money course last month? So, or in July, I went into that group again because the group is still active. You can still get all of the videos and everything in there, and everyone is in there. So I still, every once in a while, post, and I encourage people to post like the things that they're manifesting, big or small.
Sure.
And so I posted in there, like ballsy freaking move, man. I posted in there on Thursday morning and said, I just paid $500 for this ticket and I'm flying out today and I'm going to manifest $500.
Mm.
And I posted it in the group so all the women could see it. And I had no idea how this was going to come out, but I knew my process was fun, surrender, and gratitude.
Mhm.
And I knew the stages and the steps to take. So I'm going to have fun with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be ballsy with it. I'm going to just surrender to the how and be grateful for every freaking thing and grateful for the fact that I could pay that $500
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
And so that same day, I go on my banking and while I was driving
Mm.
that same day, and I looked and I go, oh, wait a minute. My bank just changed over to seeing rewards, like a different rewards system.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Well, I don't have any points, but let's see what you can get with them.
Mhm.
I click. I have 207,000 points already because they'd automatically shifted over.
Uh-huh.
And 7,000 points equals $500.
So you manifested a whole lot more than $500.
Yes. Oh, wait, maybe I've got that wrong. Maybe it was 21,000 or 20,000. Must be 20,000 points because
Okay.
I remember thinking it was almost $1,500. Is that crazy?
No.
Like,
I mean, yay, but like, again, not surprised,
not surprised.
but yay.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, and this is what my coach, Jonna, she's like, she calls it this, oh my God, and of course.
Yes.
Right? This
Yes.
like excitement, like, oh my God, but of course.
Mhm.
Like, of
I
course
knew you
that.
were there.
Yeah. So I posted in the group and I'm like, hey, check this out. And I showed them my statement. I showed them like a screenshot of my
Yeah.
of my bank.
Mhm.
And then I just thought, oh, I'll have more of that, please. Like, you know, I go to the bank, I go to the mail and I got $54 in a check
Yeah.
that I didn't even know was coming.
Mhm.
And so it was like, I'm going to post this again. Because big or small, we should celebrate
Yeah.
it all. This is my new thing. Big
Absolutely.
or small, we should celebrate it all.
Because it's in the celebrating that we get more to celebrate. And it puts us in that frequency of gratitude. And when we're sitting in there in gratitude, all kinds of things show up for us to be grateful for.
Yes.
But I just want to say you did yourself a solid when you were like, I don't know how it's coming. It's just, I feel it, it's coming.
Yeah.
Because if you had said, I have to get a coaching client here or someone to sign up for this and put it in some little box instead of just saying, I don't care how it shows up.
Right.
I just know it's coming.
Yeah.
Then you just left it all open and you tripled what you wanted.
Exactly. And like, let's face it, if I were to have said, I am going to pay for this $500 and I need one coaching client to come into this container and, you know, today,
Mhm.
I could have maybe manifested that, but the universe has to shift a fuck of a pile
Right.
in order to get it to be exactly the way that I want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of just going, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm just going to make it fun.
Yeah.
Let's see how fun I can do this. Woo! I'm going to post this in the group. I'm going to show these girls that it's and if I didn't get it, if it didn't come through, I was going to be okay.
Yeah. But you knew it was.
I knew that it was.
See, and
but
that's the thing that we say that, like, if it doesn't show up, it's fine.
yeah.
But it's also because we know it's coming,
Right.
you know, and you can tell the difference in the way you feel. When you feel like, it might not come and that's okay. Yeah, it's not coming.
Yeah.
It's a different shift. And I don't know the magic on how to get there, except to sit in gratitude and see it and be grateful for it.
Yeah. And I just think for me, it's almost like this energy of making it a game.
Yes.
Like it's, you know, this fun surrender gratitude is what I always talk about. And it's like the fun part is like, let's make it a game.
Yeah.
Let's see how quickly it could come through, and how it comes through is going to be so cool.
Mhm.
How is this going to work?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it will.
Yes.
How awesome. And I just trust. I put in more faith than anything. I don't have the fear. I just leave it up to the angels to bring it to me. And whenever and however it shows up, super cool.
Yeah. Well, I remember because when you're in lack,
yeah,
and something happens and you need to manifest that $500 or $1,000 or whatever, and you're in lack, you're going, where the fuck is that going to come from?
I know.
And it doesn't feel good.
And the energy is like this like urgency and a neediness and a desperation.
Yes.
And I feel like you can manifest in that, but who the fuck wants to?
Well, it's tough.
Yes.
And I know our garage door broke years ago and we did not have the money to fix it at the time. We were like, how are we going to do this? And I was sitting there out there looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, like something is coming. I don't know what it is, but something is definitely coming. And there was a bonus. I don't know if it was a Paul's work or my work, but there was some little bonus that came through pretty quickly. And I was able to order the garage door. And it was one of those moments where it was like, I just watched that happen.
Yeah.
Like I totally put that out there and manifested it and it was like a game, like you said.
Yes.
Like completely. So
Yes.
it's playing that game and being in that moment.
Yeah, I love it. And I mean, I have done this before too, like used, I used a vision board, and you do a feng shui vision board. And I wanted a new laptop computer. And so I put this MacBook, like this picture of this MacBook onto my vision board. And I ended up, I can't remember exactly, but it was like we went into Staples here, and there was such a smoking deal on this MacBook that I got it. And for way, way cheaper than I thought that I was going to have to pay. And I can't even remember all the details, but it was like, it was a smoking deal. I was so excited. And so I got this new laptop and I set it all up, and I went and looked to the left, and I had not noticed my my vision board, because it sits behind my door in my office. I have two cork boards, one for myself and one for Cam. And I looked and I went, oh my God, there's my laptop. Now, in the meantime, I had been kind of thinking, shit, I got the wrong laptop. I thought it was a different version of it. And I'm looking at it going, oh, dang, I thought it was the one with the bar. I wanted the one with the bar, the fancy bar and all this stuff. And when I looked at my vision board, that the one that I have, the one that I got, was the exact one on my vision board.
Isn't that insane?
Exact. And I did not choose it going, this is the exact one that I want. Right. I mean, it could have been a Dell for all I cared. Like, I just wanted I need a laptop. I'm going to put the laptop up here. But it was the exact one that I got. And it wasn't even the one that I thought that I wanted. So, I mean, the universe shifted for me, but I was open to anything.
Yeah.
You know, and I just made it a game. Like, how is this going to come through? I don't know. Let's see.
And that's what we need to do going through our week, all week long, is just make things a game and stop making it so serious.
Oh, right.
You know?
Yeah.
We get a little too serious about things sometimes. And then we're not playful.
Exactly. It's that fun, surrender, gratitude. I'm telling you, like, play and just be grateful. And to me, that celebration is the gratitude.
Yeah.
It's so I use this hashtag. I should really check the hashtag, because it could be something really like sick. But I use a hashtag, celebrate all the things, because we should be celebrating everything. We should be celebrating all the things, all the small things, all the big things, all the things that we learn. And when we do, more comes.
Yeah. And not just make it a check off. Okay, I did this good. Okay. Because then it's just like done, on to the next. And we're not in that moment. I think we talked about this last week. Not in that moment of celebrating all things.
Exactly.
So, well, I think we need to leave it there, because time is done.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Sandra. I hope you have a perfect week.
Thanks.
Washer dryer setting. Perfect.
Yes. Perfect.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.
Bye.